Hello, Seasonal Vantage Insiders. This is Alex from MarketWise Asia. Today it is the 20th of November 2023, as usual, a Monday here today. So as I'm doing this video, the time now is at about 11 a.m. on a Monday morning over here. So I encourage you that, you go and view my public YouTube and Facebook video if you haven't watched my video update, okay, last Friday, because last Friday I wasn't around to do the usual live stream, so I did a video updates to you guys. So I encourage you to watch it first, okay? So I talk about the general market updates and such, okay? And I won't go through some of them, but I'll just briefly go through some of the key things over here. Okay, so as usual, whatever I say in this video is just for education purpose, not a recommendation to tell you what to buy or what to sell. So no, it's good to be back. Okay, I came back from Japan last week. Okay, so I didn't do the video update last week. Okay, but I think last week, if you realize, like I mentioned about the 30 years treasury bonds, right? So last Friday video update, I also talked about the TLT, the 20 plus years treasury bonds ETF. So the focus, it is still the same on TLT, plus the total, some of the stocks that I'm going to walk you through this week as well. Okay, so let's have a recap first. Okay, have a recap first. So before I flew to Japan, right, I specifically mentioned a stock which I also mentioned during the video update, which is this LMAT over here. Okay, if you actually bought into LMAT, you can just say type a me or yes in these YouTube comments. Okay, if you actually enter. So I have a gauge. You let me know how many actually enter into this position. Of course, this is just for education purpose. But personally, I set a limit order. I think before I flew to Japan. So I think on Monday it actually triggered my entry over here. So I mentioned about this LMAT before I flew to Japan. So it was on a Friday, okay, over here. So on Monday, I get triggered at the market open. So I'm still riding on to it. Okay, so sorry, it's over here. It is over here. Sorry, it's Friday over here. Yeah, this is the vertical line over here. So on Monday, I get triggered over here. I mentioned that there was a wash and rinse pattern over here. Okay, if price can stay above this wash line, then I'll enter. So I enter on this on Monday. So took a while. Okay, price has a slight pullback before heading higher. I'm still holding on to this position, but getting ready to exit anytime if price going to fall, that kind, because I already in some good profit. The risk to reward, it is at least one. So at least one, okay, I'm ready to take profit anytime. So if you enter into this, okay, all right, so just give me a shout out in the comments, type me or yes in the comments, okay? All right, so last week I didn't do a video, right? So but if you walk through last week, okay, using the data sheet, right, you see this TLT, okay, this 20 plus year treasury bond ETF over here. Okay, so it was seasonally in November, it is a good month over here. So I'm expecting, price could continue to go higher. But of course, my entry was actually on Tuesday over here. Okay, so this was the wash and rinse pattern, as I mentioned over here. Price on this day over here, price closed below the prior day low over here. So here didn't stay above the wash line. Here didn't stay above the wash line over here. Okay, and then yeah, on Tuesday it went above the wash line, but I didn't enter. So I enter on this day, Wednesday over here. On this Wednesday over here at market open. Okay, I entered. In fact, I set a limit order at the opening price there lah, as in the closing price there. But price gap down, so I get triggered. Okay, so right now I'm still holding on to this TLT, still in a slight profit over here. Okay, so this is the 20 plus year treasury bond. I'm still bullish on that, but it might take some time for it to work out over here. So price hasn't really moved a lot. Okay, so again, this is just my personal opinion. If you want to enter, okay, you could try a limit order, okay, or you can try when the market open, you just go for long, okay. But if it get up a lot, okay, up to you whether you want to chase or not, but I don't encourage, okay. I try to set limit order at the open price over here, which is at the closing price, which is at about 90.04, okay, at about 90 point. You can try, see whether you can get it filled or not, 90.04 if you haven't entered, okay. So this is, I'm in this position over here. So let's see what the S&P 500 it is doing. So I mentioned during last Friday video update, okay, if you're talking just strictly on the indices like the S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100, okay, or the Russell 2000, okay, no, price has been surging for the past 2 weeks. All right, so I find that the risk to reward, it is not that good. As I mentioned, right, if you wanted to go long, which I mentioned, I think before I flew, I still insistent to going long. You should enter somewhere around here, or here, that kind lah. So if you wanted to enter at a high, I think it is not very good over here lah. Okay, the risk to reward is not that good. Okay, price could have a pullback anytime. Okay, so but as I also mentioned during this Friday update, there was a pin bar seen on the Russell 2000, this shooting star or a pin bar, a long shadow. So I believe there could be still a little bit more upside to go. Okay, at least hunt the high over here. Okay, whether price can go higher or have a pullback, we shall see. Okay, but overall, I'm still generally bullish on the market because seasonally from now, okay, into the end of the year, December, we are at the one of the most bullish, month of the year. And just to let you know, 23rd of November, I think it is 23rd, it is 20 Thursday, okay, I think it's a Thanksgiving Day in the US, so it'll be going to be a shorter week this week, okay. All right, so let's take a look at the RRG chart over here, the relative rotation graph over here. So this is the sector, okay, this is based on a daily time frame over here. So we can see that the XLY, discretionary sector, is leading. Technology XLK, it is leading, okay. XLC is communication, okay, it is heading improving higher. So all in all, you can see that the utilities, okay, and the consumer staples, they are lagging, which is good because when it is in a good bull market, risk on market, the defensive sector tends to take a step back and let the risk on sectors like the discretionary and the technology, have a rally day, that kind of. Okay, so you can see that XLY, XLK, discretionary, technology, it is leading the S&P, outperforming the S&P 500 now. Okay, and the lagging sectors are the utilities, materials, staples, industrial as well. So this is generally the market that is doing right now. So let's head back to the data sheet, okay, for this week over here. So let's go to the ETF first. So let's have a broad view on what the whole sectors, industry are doing. So we have a bird's eye view on what is happening in the market. So for this coming week, it is actually the 19th to 26th of November. So I already pre-filtered already. So all in all, you can see that there's still a lot of bonds, T-bill bonds down. So I'm still generally bullish on the bonds. So the only position that I have, as I mentioned, it is the TLT, 20 plus year treasury bond, which was supposed to be in last week, okay, analysis. All right, so you can see over here, just look at the US first. Okay, you can see that this week, technology, okay, it is a bullish week also from the 21st November to 12th December. For the past 16 years, 94% of the time, it ended higher, which means that for the past 16 years, 15 years, it ended higher. So this is in line with what we see in the RRG graph over here. And you can see that this consumer goods is actually this defensive staple, okay, which is equivalent proxy to the defensive staple over here, which is also not too bad, even though the RRG chart, it is showing, lagging. But, IYK, consumer goods, consumer staple, 23rd to 12th December, which is the same as the technology, or actually for the past 20 years, 90% of time, okay, it closed higher. All right. And then what do we have over here? It is the XLY. So staple and discretionary XLY, also pretty good, 23rd November to 6th December. For the past 24 years, 92% of time it closed higher. Okay. And then we also have XLV Health. Okay. 24th November to 9th January. For the past 20 years, 90% of time it closed higher. So about 18 years it closed higher. So this has a very long historical data over here. So as I mentioned, right, we are heading into the best month of the year seasonally. Okay. And also can see that the subset, the industry of the health sector is the medical device, IHI. Also bullish, okay, 24th to 8th December over here. For the past 16 years, 94% of the time it ended higher. So there are a few sectors, industry that we could be looking at. Okay, if you're talking about other sectors or industry or even other countries, right, you can see that the India, it is performing well also seasonally, like the small cap ETF, India small cap. Okay, what do we have? The EPI, India earnings. This is into the India company that have a very good earnings, okay, very good profits over there. And then we have the India 50, okay, the one that I normally went into is the India ETF, INDA over here, okay. But I don't see a trigger or setup right now, okay. Even though the time right now is favorable to us, but I don't see a setup. So price has been heading higher for some time now. Okay, I think it's EPI, is it? EPI, yeah, EPI looks bullish also. This is the India earning fund. This one seems a bull flag, but it can be quite hard to trade the breakout. So we can see how the all these India ETF perform, okay, this week, but most likely, okay, I won't be trading this India fund. But if you want to, you could, okay, you don't have to follow my method to enter. But generally, I did not see any wash and rinse pattern yet, and I generally don't like to trade a breakout and when price has been heading higher for so many days already. But price action wise, it looked bullish to me, like there's a consolidation. It seems that it's going to go higher. Okay, so India is something that you can look out for, API or INDA, the INDA as well. Okay, but personally, most likely I won't be entering that. Okay, and then you also can see that there are also a few Europe ETF. Okay, Switzerland, and then is it Korea? I thought it was so cool. IEWY. All this you can take a look as well. But most likely I won't be trading them. And then Malaysia, okay, you can take a look as well. But most likely I won't be trading them as well. Okay, so let's head back to the stocks. Okay, so for the stocks wise, I have also pre-filtered already for this week from the 19 to 26, from 19 to 26 over here. So 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, okay, 27 out of the picture, so we don't do that. So there's still many stocks out there. Okay, so you can see that from here until the end of the list over here, there's about 84 stocks. Okay, but we don't have to trade every single one of them, but you can also pre-filter. So some of the sectors that I'm interested in, okay, like the consumer goods, okay, consumer staple, consumer defensive, as mentioned, all right, we can take a look. Healthcare is one that I mentioned, also can take a look. And technology, we also can take a look, okay. The rest, like basic materials, industrial, real estate, utilities, services, you can just ignore them. Find the best one that the RRG and also the data sheet is telling us, okay. So we can go just filter. We can see that we are left with 61 stocks. So there is still a lot. There's still a lot over here. Okay, so we can put it into the RRG chart, okay, and let me know what are the ones that are leading right now. So you can see that, by the way, okay, just some tip to share. Okay, I am using ChatGPT also. So you can see that, for ChatGPT, okay, you can just use a simple command. Okay, like now, because if we just, grab from the data sheet, right, it will be, listed, where is it? Listed, vertically, right? In number of rows, correct? In rows, right? So we can just, do a simple command, list the stock ticker horizontally with a comma after each one, last ticker, no comma. So simple English command, they understand what you are trying to do. So I just do all, okay, and they will just give me this list over here. So after that, every single one there's a comma. The last one, no comma, okay. So, but of course, the RG can only put up to 50, okay, per RG graph. So if you put all, you will only list the top 50, but it is fine because the rest of from 51st to 61, the stocks I really checked is not really good. Okay, you can just use this. All right, so it looks very messy lah, but it is fine over here. You can see that, okay, you can see that, some of things that's leading, that's lagging, okay. So we just focus on the one that is, leading, and also on the one that is improving, okay. The lagging and the one that it is also weakening, we can just ignore that. So we have already shortened many of these stocks over here, okay. You can see that technology, healthcare, you can see that quite a number of them are actually from the semicon, semicon also, semicon, okay. Semicon is part of the technology sectors as well. Just in case, okay, you don't know, just to let you know that the SMH, okay, this is the semicon ETF over here. Can you see this was the previous swing high over here? We just do a horizontal line. We are already at an all-time high over here, ATH, all-time high. So if you look at the weekly time frame, we are at a all-time high. It is getting higher, okay? All-time high for the SMH semicon ETF since its inception over here, okay? So normally, all-time high, it is not a good time to short, okay? When it is all-time high, strongness will get strongness, okay? I think some of my friends, insiders like like Henry say, oh no, you have to Google what is biggest. Biggest means to bring about, okay? So when it is strong, hit into all-time high, will lead to even higher typically, because there's no known resistance out there in the market. No, there's no resistance really. So the least path of resistance is actually going higher. Okay, but of course I'm not asking you to buy SMH now. We still need to look at maybe you can look at some individual stocks over here that's lagging, but generally just like in case you don't know, SMH semicon all-time high right now. Okay, so can take a look at the RG chart over here. These are the one, maybe you want to have some screenshot over here. These are the one you can take a look, okay? Or at the improving one, these are also the one that you can take a look over here. So just, I actually have some, oops, let me see. I hope I'm not sharing my, did I put this? How come it is not here? Okay, the watch list over here. The watch list that I have right now, it is this few: DPZ, VTRS, NWL, MBAR, and on. Okay, DPZ is Domino Pizza over here. Okay, DPZ is Domino Pizza over here. Let's go to this. Okay, Domino Pizza. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, let's go to the data sheet. Okay, let's find DPZ. Okay, so Domino Pizza, okay, from 21st of November to 8th of January. For the past 14 years, for the past 15 years, 14 years, it ended higher, okay? So this is under, of course, pizza lah. So it's under consumer discretionary, okay, under hotel, restaurant, and leisure over here. So if you add in the pivot point support over here, you can see that there is also a wash and rinse pattern over here. So price has went up, now it's undergoing a pullback. Okay, now back at the R1 resistance support area over here, and there's also a wash and rinse pattern over here. So you can see that the price closes below the prior day low over here. So the low over here was 373.16. 373.16 over here. Okay, so in this coming week over here, let's see whether price can turn back up and close above 373.16. If it can close above 373.16, okay, I'll be interested to go for long in this domino pizza. Okay, this is one that I'm watching. Okay, because the indexes is already at a high, so choosing the individual stocks makes more sense to me. You can see that even though the market has been going for high, okay, recently the domino has a pullback. So let's see whether it has the potential to return, okay, back to the rally again. Okay, so 373.16, I'll be watching this level. And the other one that I'm watching is VTRS. VTRS is actually Viatris Pharmaceutical. So healthcare, we are also looking into that. VTRS is a VTRS. VTRS. Okay, so Viatris, this one is I think it's a smaller cap stocks over here. So you can see that the price action hasn't been doing that well. So uptrend, then downtrend, price stay below the central pivot range over here. And right now we are hovering around the pivot point, the central pivot range as well. So you can see over here that last Thursday, there was a wash and rinse pattern over here where price closed below the prior day low, and on Friday price stay above the wash line and above the pivot point as well. So let's see how price stay this coming week. If price can stay above the wash line, I will see how the market will react after 1 hour. So at least I will see after 11:30 and see how price react. Okay, I will see whether I will enter on this position. There are a few so I will have to be more selective. So I will keep this in my watch list as well. All right, so NWL, this is interesting. NWL, it is actually this, okay, Newell brand, consumer discretionary. Okay, you might not know of this Newell brands, but under its holding, you should be quite familiar with some of the individual brands, okay, this company is holding. Okay, so you can see that Newell brands over here. You can see the Newell. Okay, you might not be familiar, right? But if you take a look at the brands over here, then you might be more familiar with the brands. Okay, like Graco, if you are parents, you should know itself a lot of this stroller, right? Okay, Coleman, a lot of these containers are camping equipment over here. Okay, Yankee Candle, of course, it sells candle. You should see some of the shops in Singapore. Okay, and then NUC, it is also a baby products. Okay, some of these utensils, bottles and such. Okay, and then Parker, very famous pants as well. And then baby joggers, I think you might see also. So all these are not unfamiliar to you guys. So if you go into individual stocks, it is quite well known. Okay, so this is a Newell. So Newell is NWL. This is consumer discretionary, NWL over here. So it is also not looking good. Price has been in a very severe downtrend. Okay, I don't know what happened. Okay, it just go down and down, very long downtrend since 2021. Okay, 2021 until now. Okay, but right now we are into the favorite time of the year. Okay, so price try to break above the central pivot range. Okay, for 1 month. After that, come back down again. Okay, right now it is trying to break above the central pivot range again. So you can see the central pivot range is this dotted line. So right now it is hovering above the pivot point. So on Thursday, there is also a wash and rinse pattern over here. So on Thursday, price closed below the prior day low over here. So you can see that the low over here, it is 7.43. Okay, 7.43. Okay, so this is dotted line. It is almost at the central pivot range, the pivot point. Okay? So on Friday, it actually still hover above the wash line. To be honest, I'll be quite keen, okay, to enter Newell Brand. Okay, so let's see if price can stay above the 7.43 tonight. Okay, I'll be quite keen to enter on the Newell Brand as well. Okay, and then what do we have? Amber and On, it is, I think it's semicon stocks. Okay, AMBA. Umbrella, is it? Semicon. So once again, Umbrella, you need to be more careful because the earnings is coming up on the 30th of November. But if you're doing a quick swing trade, still can do some trade but you know, the runtime, it is the window period is quite short. So once again, there was a pin bar over here. Okay, small pin bar. Then there's also a wash and rinse pattern. Then price stay above the wash line on Friday. But do take note of the earnings. I don't want to hold through the earnings. Okay, so the runway is pretty short. Okay, and the other one is ON. This is the On Semiconductor over here. It is weaker than Umbrella over here, but you know, you can see that there's also a wash and rinse pattern. So the semicon, I think this is the weaker one, even though the semicon ETF has been heading higher. These are the more of the lagging semicon stocks, but you know, based on individual stocks, seasonals, right now we are in the favorable period now. So once again, there is a pin bar over here. Okay, so you would entice some of the short sellers to go and short it, and there's also a wash and rinse pattern over here. So the price closed below the prior day low over here. So the wash line is actually 70.86. Okay, 70.86 over here. Okay, so on Friday, it still is below the wash line. So let's see, okay, today or this coming week, price can stay above 70.86 or not. If it can, okay, be looking to enter as well. So let's see how it goes. So these are the one that I'll be watching from this list of stocks, and also after filtering from the improving and also from the leading, okay, the leading sectors and stocks over here. So as just a recap, these are the few ones that I'm looking at: DPZ, VTRS, NWL, and on. Of course, these are just my watch list. Feel free, okay, to enter any of the stocks, okay, that's within this list, okay. It doesn't have to follow me 100%, okay. I'm just watching that what I could see, okay. There could be some stocks that I missed out, okay. I feel free to comment in the comments section also. Let us know what stocks that you are watching, okay. All right, so I hope today's video has been a insightful one, okay. All right, so we shall see how it goes this week, a shortened week due to the Thanksgiving. All right, so have a safe trading week ahead, and I will see you again next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.